So we're coming into the Narrows of St. John's Harbour. Having just completed 25% of the journey, I feel very confident that we're doing something pretty magic here, pretty special. It's so beautiful. It's just spectacular. My goodness.
I have done so many things that I have never done before. This journey has been really a great learning experience for me.
If you asked me 25 years ago that for Canada's 150 I'll be on a ship with different Canadians, I would say, like, you must be crazy.
On a commencé l'aventure à Charlottetown, à l'île de Prince-Édouard.
Happy Canada Day! Joyeuse Fête Canada! Stanfest was a huge hit where the group really came together, I think, for the first time.
When we were all on stage singing our hearts out, I think that was a pretty special moment. And we all shared it together.
Merci beaucoup!
From there we went down to Halifax. We spent a couple of days in Halifax.
All right. After 4 or 5 big days, the 100 Wild Islands built us back up and recharged the batteries. What a beautiful place, letting nature take its hold of us.
It has been very multi-generational. Nobody treats me like the old granny on the boat or anything, and nobody treats anybody else like the little kid on the boat, and I love that.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
The one place I will always remember and hope to go back is François, which is a little fishing village off the coast of Newfoundland.
Ils nous ont tellement accueillis et ils étaient tellement chaleureux qu'on s'est amusé, tout le monde sentait chez soi.
Some highlights that have really stuck out for me are the conversations that I've had with the locals in some of the places we've been, and really getting to know these places from their perspectives.
There's a bit of the soul of Canada that's held in these small towns and these small communities, and we can learn a lot from them.
We have lived 150 years of great success and progress and achievement, but we have also lived 150 years as relative strangers to each other, not knowing anything about the first peoples of this continent and their history that is so many millennia longer than our few hundred of years of contribution.
The point of our journey is to celebrate Canada, but more than anything, it's become a voyage and a journey of truth and reconciliation.
Indigenous people's history with Canada has not been good. It's been bad. It has been ugly. It has been horrible. And people need to know that. They need to know the truth.
I spent about 7.5 years in residential school. I came out in 1969. I was consciously aware of the world, and yet was consciously aware that for the first time in my life, since I was 12, I was free.
My purpose here was to come together with a group of people, let them know who I am, where I come from, what I've done, and if we're celebrating Canada, then they should know the full history of Canada.
C'est super puissant de savoir qu'on a un tel honte dans notre histoire que presque personne connaît.
We were really able to learn and internalize some of the deep pain that people feel. I thought everyone from that point took away a great sense of pride and responsibility that they had on this trip to center reconciliation as one of our 4 pillars, but as a bedrock pillar of this trip, a ship of reconciliation, really.
We visited some indigenous community in Sydney.
We got to learn more about their culture, how they used to make food, how they used to trap animals.
The only reason why this is long is because she's married, she's spoken for.
Education is key and our youth are key. And joining together and listening and learning and reflecting, I think is going to be the most important thing. And I think it's time for us, a lot of us, to get out of the way and let the Indigenous people of this country have their turn, like reclaim their turn and have a voice.
I also want a good country. I want Canada to be a good country. You know, I have a hard time to feel like I'm Canadian, but at the same time, this is my land, and I feel like I invited everybody to come here. And somehow, I invited people to come in my house, and I end up in a basement for 150 years. And so now there's a party upstairs, and I'm invited to come in. I got to tell them who I am.
I thought I knew what truth and reconciliation was a month ago when we started this journey, but I didn't really know what I thought I knew. So I think we're going to continue to learn and continue to share, and then from there there'll be all kinds of outcomes.